Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Houston Texans had day 9 of 2023 training camp. Or should I say, night 9? Because tonight, the Houston Texans had a night practice, which, today was day 9 of training camp, but Texans did not play during the day today. A night practice and a scrimmage. I did not go today. I went yesterday, but I heard it was a really, really fun thing to go to tonight, and I went to the same thing, scrimmage not last year, 2021. Had a really good time. I could probably guarantee anything, even though I haven't seen any photos or videos, that there were way more people there tonight than there were in 2021. The hype is here for the Texans compared to 2 years ago. But I mean, it was really fun in 2021, even though it just didn't feel like. To me, it just didn't feel like, it didn't feel like we were going to be successful. I mean, obviously, we were going to be the worst team in the NFL that year, and I think we were. No, we weren't the worst team in the NFL. I think we were the second worst, or the third worst, because we got Stingley with the third overall pick that year. So we were the third worst team in the NFL that year. But the hype is here. You can feel it. I mean, with the coaching staff and just D'Amico running with the defense. I mean, you can look at any head coach that has been here. Probably you can go back. I mean, I could be wrong, but we're just going to go back to Bill O'Brien. Since Bill O'Brien has been here, you have not seen a head coach that we've had that has been able to run with the defense you see D'Amico Ryans does. I mean, obviously you would have not seen Bill O'Brien do that because he was an offensive coach. But same thing with Bill O'Brien. You didn't see him out there on the field, running with the offense like D'Amico has been with the defense. Just, I feel with this coaching staff, I think that's been a huge thing to what this team, it feels like a family again. And not only is the coaching staff amazing, which I just really, in the last 3 years, maybe even longer than 3 years, have felt like it has not been. I really think the coaching staff hasn't been great since Bill O'Brien was hired by the Houston Texans. And, I mean, now you have this great coaching staff. You have the hype back. You have a star quarterback with the second overall pick in C.J. Stroud. You have a star defensive lineman in Will Anderson Jr. It just feels like the hype is back in H-Town for the Houston Texans. Today was a really good practice. Tonight was a great practice. C.J. Stroud, I mean, come on, D'Amico. I don't want to give any hate to D'Amico because I love D'Amico Ryans, and he's going to be a great head coach for the Houston Texans. But come on, Miko. Just announce that C.J. Stroud is the Houston Texans starting quarterback already. I mean, the last 2 days should have showed you that he should have been if the last 2 days of camp didn't show you that Stroud should be the starter, I don't know. That was great football play by Stroud. But if today didn't show you Stroud should be the starter for the Houston Texans, I don't know what to tell you, D'Amico Ryans, because C.J. Stroud definitely had Friday he had a good day, throwing 7 for 9. Honestly, I feel like C.J. Stroud had his best day of training camp today. He had another great day and was on fire. Threw 13 for 19 with no picks, with no interceptions, and had 3 touchdown passes on the 7-on-7s. And those 3 touchdown passes were only in we're only in 6 throws. So just an unbelievable day for C.J. Stroud. 3 touchdown passes, going 13 for 19, no interceptions. This day that C.J. Stroud had today, D'Amico Ryans needs to announce C.J. Stroud as the starting quarterback. I'm not upset at D'Amico Ryans because I do believe at some point C.J. will be announced as the starting quarterback. But if today didn't show, C.J. should have showed you today that he deserves to be the starting quarterback. I mean, honestly, the two prior days, what he did in the 2 prior days, that should have been enough. But this adds on another great day, a third straight day where he outperforms Davis Mills in this open quarterback competition, a second straight day where he gets 100% first-team reps. C.J. Stroud to be the Houston Texans starting quarterback. And not only that, but D'Amico needs to announce that. Getting out to other headlines for tonight's practice / scrimmage, Titus Howard unfortunately left practice with an injury. D'Amico Ryans said that he has no answers on that injury at this time. but hopefully Titus Howard is okay. This Texans team cannot take another blow to their offensive line. They lost Scott Quisenberry, who started 15 games for at the center position last season. He's out for the season with an ACL and MCL injury. They cannot lose another person. I don't think Titus Howard's injury is too serious, but hopefully Titus Howard is okay, because I was expecting a huge season for him this season. Tank Dell had another really solid day, had some solid catches, including a diving catch from Davis Mills. I've just been impressed with Tank Dell throughout the whole training camp, and just to see him keep doing his thing, it's a great thing to see. Damien Pierce, how about him? He had a big day today with an unbelievable touchdown catch. I mean, you can go look at it. It's on Texans Twitter, or probably even Instagram too. I mean, the catch that Damien Pierce had diving for the end zone, probably was, honestly, in my opinion, with what I saw, was probably the play of the day. It was a great pass by C.J. Stroud. It was a great catch by Damien Pierce. And we didn't see him kind of, do those things last year. If he can show, how dominant he was in the running game last year and add some dominant pass game this year as well, Damien Pierce is going to be even more dangerous than he was last year going into his second season. I can't wait to see what he does for the Texans this year. Will Anderson continues to do normal things, continues to dominate for the Texans, make nice plays, make would-be sacks. I'm just so impressed with him. I can't wait to see him hit the field for the Houston Texans on Thursday night against the New England Patriots in Week 1 of the preseason. I said it earlier in a video, talking about why C.J. Stroud needs to be this Houston Texans starting quarterback, that the Houston Texans will do this season what the New York Jets did. They will have... okay, we're not talking about, how the team did. Last year, the New York Jets had the defensive rookie of the year in Sauce Gardner, and they had the offensive rookie of the year in Garrett Wilson. In my honest opinion, I believe that C.J. Stroud will win offensive rookie of the year, and I believe Will Anderson Jr. will win defensive rookie of the year. I believe the Texans will do what the Jets did last year with having two guys on each side of the ball win Rookie of the Year, and I believe the Texans will do that with Stroud and Anderson this year. I think both guys are going to have big years for the Texans. Stroud has the weapons. He's a good quarterback, and he has a lot of weapons this season to throw the ball to, like Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Robert Woods, John Mechie, Noah Brown, Xavier Hutchinson, Dalton Schultz, Brevin Jordan, Tegan Quintanaro, Damian Pierce, and Devin Singletary at the running backs. A good offensive line and a good coaching staff. C.J. Stroud has weapons all around him, from on the field to the sideline, and I feel like C.J. Stroud will definitely win Rookie of the Year if he dominates for the Texans, which I believe he will. I think Will Anderson, I don't really see anybody who takes... I could see a case where C.J. Stroud doesn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think it's a guarantee that CJ wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think Bryce Young could be a threat for that potential, and maybe someone like a wide receiver could potentially be a threat. Or honestly, or someone like Bijan Robinson from the Falcons, the 8th overall pick from Texas, could be a threat for that Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think it's a guaranteed lock for CJ to win Rookie Offensive of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I do think it's a lock for Will Anderson to win off Defensive Rookie of the Year. But yeah, I think both guys will be studs in the NFL this year. Derek Stingley Jr. continues to have a great night practice. Was locking up wide receivers, mostly Nico Collins. He wasn't letting anybody getting catches over him. He was looking really good today out there for the Texans. Dalton Schultz, only his second day back for the Houston Texans in training camp, but Dalton Schultz had a really good day, including a touchdown pass from C.J. Stroud. I know most of the passes. I know two of the touchdown passes from Stroud. One was to Schultz and one was to Damien Pierce, but I don't know who the third touchdown pass was to be honest. I would bet probably Nico Collins, but I'm not sure. But Dalton Schultz, good to see him. Yeah, and that catch is also on Texans Twitter. It was a great catch by Dalton Schultz, and was another great catch, just like Damien Pierce's catch today. And then another solid player who had a really solid day was Malik Collins, who had a really solid day. Was out there making solid plays against the run. I mean, he did that. He was a great, with run defense for the Houston Texans in 2021. Man, if he can do that again this season for the Texans in 2023, he was solid at it in 2022, not as much as 2021. If he can do that for the Texans like he did last year, Malik Collins should be great for the Texans defense this season. And then the final thing, Case Keenum throws an unbelievable pass to Johnny Johnson for a touchdown. Johnny Johnson the third, as I like to call him, JJ3, had a touchdown, scored a touchdown in a pass from Case Keenum. It was a great pass by Case Keenum, third-string quarterback, and a great catch by practice squad wide receiver Johnny Johnson. And that is an exclamation point to day 9 of Houston Texans training camp, a.k.a. night practice scrimmage. I mean, great day. C.J. Stroud was on fire. Who else? Titus Howard left practice. Pierce had an unbelievable touchdown catch and a great day. Will Anderson continues to dominate. Stingley Jr. had a great day. Schultz had a touchdown and had a good day. What else am I missing? Malik Collins looked good. Keenum actually looked okay. So did Johnny Johnson the third. Good day or good night of Texans practice. These are our thoughts. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Texans.